Hey everybody, Daniel here from Canadians Cooking. I'm going to be doing another little prep video for y'all to see because I got this amazing piece of meat from Steak Bleu and I wanted to show you guys how I'm going to be preparing it in a roast form. So what I got here is some lamb. I got some lamb top sirloin from Steak Bleu. This is what it looks like, a nice lamb roast. And I'm going to be prepping it and seasoning it with olive wood smoked olive oil from Evolution 104, great Canadian company. And Kawartha Spice, I'll be using her lamb dry rub today. So I'm going to quickly show you guys how to get this thing going and getting it ready so you guys can do this cook yourselves at home. Okay? Thanks, guys. Alrighty, so let's get to it. So I'm going to start off with my Delstrong knife for this. I'm going to be using a boning knife. For this one, it makes it a little bit easier, and I personally like a boning knife when I'm prepping. Always give your knife a nice little sharpen. So let's start with this. So, beautiful cut of lamb. This is going to get a little messy, I can tell from the juices, so I'm going to let it go like that. Open her up. And let's see what we got. There we go. Two beautiful top sirloin. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pat these guys dry. This is going to help everything sort of just stick and meld together. You want a nice surface for that rub. Now, if you notice here, this is what we would call a fat cap. Okay, this is the fat on top of the lamb. What I like to do with my fat caps in general is I just score them a little. This is going to help that flavor develop. It's going to render down a little bit easier. It's going to look really, really nice. So again, you're not going too far in. That right there, see, that's a bit too far in, but that's okay. I'm just running my knife. I'm not putting a lot of pressure. I'm creating these squares in the fat. So it looks really nice. Like I said, it helps your flavor, helps the fat render. It helps your rub also get in there a little more. And voila. So see, you have these nice sort of cubes now in that fat, which is very nice. Now I'm going to quickly wash my hands. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be using a binder. So the binder, what that is essentially, it's a thing that allows your spices to stick to this. Okay, you don't need one. I've learned it a lot in the barbecue community. So I'm going to be actually using olive wood smoked Evolution olive oil. I feel like this is really going to add flavor. And I think the olive wood is really going to complement this lamb. I'm going to crack that open. And all you're going to do with this is, again, you're just giving a nice coating on either side. And again, this is just going to help rub it in. It's just going to help infuse flavor into these lamb pieces. And it's going to help that spice that I'm going to put on to stick. So it's all rubbed up, all nice. It smells great. I love this olive oil. Now, to our dry rub. I'm going to be using a lamb dry rub. This is from Kawartha Spice. The owner's name is Deborah. She's wonderful, really, really nice person. Canadian ground spice blends. I think that's awesome. The only note that I will say about her spices is be aware when you use them, they do not have salt. So you're going to have to remember when you're seasoning to add that salt, which I actually prefer because then it's not over salted. Oh, I'm gonna go on top. The spice mix. There we go. There we go. Give it a nice rubbing. You can see the rosemary in there already. It's a wonderful spice blend. She's a wonderful business owner. You can take a look at it here. You can see it's really, really nicely done. And I don't like to go too heavy with this. The lamb, I really want that to sing. So, there you go. Rub it in. Get it in on all the sides like that. Pick up anything that's sort of fallen off the side of the boards. Well, that's like that. That's looking real nice. And then finally, like I said, I'm going to season with some salt. Like that. Just a light seasoning. Nothing too crazy. You never want to over salt. And you can always add salt at the end too. There you go. So that, guys, right there is now ready to go in the fridge. I'm going to let these rest. You want these to marinate in this dry rub for about 4 hours. So in 4 hours time, I'm going to get cooking. But again, you're looking for just that nice color, really good smell, and using a really great binder, and your lamb dish is going to be wonderful. So I'll pull these out in 4 hours and you guys will see how to cook them. All right, guys, so our lamb has been marinating in that rub and olive oil mix. It looks amazing, as you can tell. So I'm just letting this come back up a little bit to room temp. It's important for your meat to do that before you cook it. I'm gonna prep some potatoes quick so you can see sort of what I'm gonna be going down as the side with this. So stay tuned and then I'll show you how to cook this thing. Alrighty, guys, so I got a cast iron pan in medium heat right now. Slowly gearing it up. I put some butter in there. Okay, my whole goal right now, the reason why I'm going cast iron, just so you know, is when you look at this lamb and all that work we did on that fat cap, okay, my goal is to get that fat cap down and rendered a little bit before I put it in the oven. So I'm putting this in the oven at 400. I'm going to sear the fat cap for a few minutes. Once I'm done searing the fat cap, I'm going to surround it with the potatoes that I just prepped. And I'm going to put some little rosemary and some garlic inside the lamb. Okay, so you'll see that. And then it's going to go right in the oven. And I'm going to be monitoring it with this bad boy, one of the best wireless probes you can ever get. It's the meter. If you want to try this, I have a link, 10% off. So definitely, if you want to just master always a good medium rare oven barbecue, this is the thing. Now some of you may be wondering, Dan, you spent all that time on the Evo as a binder, why aren't you using the olive oil right now? Olive oil does not have a very good smoke point, just so you know. It'll actually turn very rancid once you start smoking it. So really important here, I'm putting butter in, but I'm going to top with the olive oil when it's done. Okay, so then I'll get that flavor still, but I won't get that rancidness from it when it gets too hot, and you'll see it smoke. So that's what I'm going to try and avoid. All right, so let's go see how this goes down. All right, guys. All right, guys, so it is rendered down. I'll show you what you want to look for when you're cooking this. You'll see the meter probe is in now as well. So if you look here, you'll see nice and charred. I've put some garlic rosemary on top. Meter probe in, surrounded with potatoes. We're going to throw this in the oven until I hit an internal temp of about 130, 135. So you're probably looking at about 20 minutes. Okay, so let's see what this bad boy looks when it comes out the oven. Alright guys, so the lamb is out of the oven. I'll show you what it should be looking like right now. It smells delicious, so take a peek. So I'm going to let it rest for a little bit over here. You got the nice potatoes all around. We're gonna slice it up and present it on top of the potatoes like that so it has a really nice and clean look. Okay, so we're gonna slice this up. It's rested. Pull out your meter probe. Take out, I'm gonna use my carving knife. Let's see what it looks like. To me, that's a beautiful medium cook on my lamb. I'm very happy with that. So I'm gonna present it back on the potatoes that you'll see in the photos. But guys, this is how you cook a really nice lamb sirloin roast. Hope it's helpful. Bye guys.